Well, that was a struggle, to say the least. Phoenix, a team, can really score that ball. We know from his days in college that Michael Beasley's one of the premier scorers. Alvin uses him in games when he's got it going. He keeps him out there. He was terrific for them today. Gortat in the third quarter. Got in, I think he had 14 points in the third quarter. We had that 80-70 lead. Looked like we were getting a little separation and made some mental mistakes. And they ran off 11 in a row on us. And thank God Drew was on today. He was fantastic. Big plays, 33-13, only two turnovers, and he was fantastic. So, first half out rebounded by 10. I think we were a little bit better in the second half. I think we out rebounded them by 2. But this is one of those games where I just kept looking at our coaches and said we better keep scoring because we're not stopping them. We gave them 34 in that third quarter, but good win. Our guys were mentally fatigued. And when we get mentally tired, we have a lot of breakdowns. And so that's an area we really got to get better. We got to get a lot better at that.
Doug, how do they explain the end of the game, that 1.3-second situation?
Well, they didn't start the clock. Right. Once first of all, the ball was thrown in to Dudley, the ball should have stopped. The clock should have started. And it almost takes 1.9 seconds to shoot a 3. So, once the ball's thrown in and that ball's in the air, the game's over. So they just didn't get the clock started.
Right before you got it to 80-70, Spencer, I think, got beat on a baseline. You went to Kwame for the first time on the night. And then you kind of made a little bit of you got out to 80-70 when he was in the game.
Yeah.
Did you see something there for him to be there? Or was that
well, he's post defense. He's the only guy on our team with any bulk that can maybe keep him out of the paint. Gortat's too big, and Jermaine O'Neal's playing terrific. He's had a flashback. He's playing good ball. And so, Alvin saw that they were beating us in the post, and he went in the post, and we had no answers for him. And fortunately, we got a few stops when we needed them. We got lucky. Beasley missed a layup. Sometimes you got to get a little lucky.
The Suns aren't known for the three-point defense, and you guys were able to, expand that a little bit.
Evan got us off to a good start with a couple. We moved the ball and had good threes. I thought we had good three-point shots today. And, we shot another high percentage. I think over the last 6 games, our offense has been better. I think we're getting a little sharper offensively. Our assists were good today, 23, only 8 turnovers. So that was good. And Phoenix is tough to play against. Every time we play them, it's one of those games where you have to score over 100 to beat them.
Drew had some inconsistencies a little bit last year, but this year he's been terrific almost every night.
Yeah, I think Drew realized the last couple games, though, Drew's had a couple tough matchups, Pargo and Westbrook.
But is that the result of maybe the schedule this year? He's, practice time. He can.
I think Drew's really comfortable. I just think he's more comfortable. I think, he's our primary guy. He's not sharing it. Basically, what I mean that is, when he's on the floor, most of the time we have the ball in his hands. Now the other night against Oak City, when Drew got in foul trouble, we had Evan handle the ball. He did a good job. But for the most part, I could only rest him, I think, a minute 8 seconds. And I had to get him right back in the game. I think I took him, and it was 10 minutes and 52 seconds, and I had to bring him back. And so he ended up playing 39 minutes. I thought he had one spectacular play, the offensive rebound. He'd come down the floor the play before, shot a long jump shot, and I said, we're in a penalty. We gotta take advantage of that. And he got that great offensive rebound, 3-point play. That was big. I think that pushed us back to 7, I think. One of the things I'm going to show Drew on tape a little bit, I think it'll help him. He's picking up his dribble, one dribble too soon, going to the basket. And so what's ended up happening, he's broad jumping rather than high jumping, and he's jumping sideways. And when he jumps sideways, he's jumping and he's shooting the ball over his shoulder, and the referees will not give you that foul because they see you're one leaning in. So we got to really work with him. Grant Hill did that for a little bit in Detroit. and you got to take one more dribble, and then you got to get up on the rim and make sure that you get contact. So that's an area, I think, what Drew does that. I mean, he shot 8 free throws today. I mean, he can start upwards of shooting 8, 9 free throws every game. So we're going to really show him some film and really have him continue to work on that.
I think his foul trouble last night was maybe a little bit of a blessing in disguise because he had
Could have been. Gordy could have been. You know, I mean, you know, the fact that he didn't have to play, 49 minutes last night, which was, would have been really tough. So he came back. I thought Malik Wayans gave us a good 7 minutes today. I mean, he played, got 7 shots up, gave us 7 points. I thought he did a good job for us. Arnett got out there and, was getting his feet wet a little bit. I talked to him, you can't play 8 minutes and not get a rebound. One of the reasons we're out there is we got to go get that ball. And so in the first half, Spencer had played 15 and had no defensive rebounds, and Arnett 7. So 2 of our big guys had played 22 minutes without a rebound. And, we're minus 10 at half. So that's an area we got to rebound that ball. We've got to rebound the ball.
When the weekend started, you talked about the importance of getting your big men touches, especially like going back to last night.
Yeah.
Thaddeus Young and
Yeah.
both him and Lavoy Allen tonight really got
Yeah.
on the offensive end.
Even if they're not shooting the ball, that they're involved in the offense, punching in. It's, Thad, I think early in the game, I looked at it and, he had 1 shot. And I said, guys, we got him 23 shots last night without running a play for him. With just his activity around the basket. As we got to continue to look for that little punch-in guy, because our guys really are not one you're going to throw them the ball in the post and they're going to make a lot of post moves. Our guys are much better punching in, catching it with a quick shot. Maybe it's one of the reasons why we don't shoot a lot of free throws. We just don't have that kind of big guy. But I thought he and Lavoy did a better job. I talked to Lavoy today too, and I said, the one Jay Rich, the jump shot he hit, I thought Lavoy maybe had a shot that he passed up. And I said, you can't do that. Last night he was hesitant and he missed that shot. I said, you're out there, you got to take that shot. Now, Jay Rich hit a big shot to put us up 100-97. But when we're out there, if we got an open shot, we got to take it. So that's the confidence level of understanding, live with a miss. I don't care if it's a good shot. And that's the growth of our team. But I thought Lavoy's been much better the last few games.
Are you comfortable with Lavoy taking that elbow shot?
Sure, absolutely. He's a very good shooter. Our big guys, that's what they do, John. I mean, I'd like to say we had guys who are going to pound that in the paint and stuff like that. We just don't have those kind of bigs. He's back there icing up.